live. I don't know how great the internet's going to be. It's been a little slow, so hopefully by doing this really early in the morning, it's going to work out. Okay. So anyway, MuttMutt Outdoors, MuttMutt speaking. Hair's a little, try doing your hair in the dark. Believe me, it's tough. Thankfully, most of the time, all I got to do is just wet my hair down. It'll slick back and everything, and mostly fall into place. I know if anybody's going to show up, it'll take a little bit. I don't know if people are going to show up or not. Maybe this is just going to be something good for later. But here I am, live on Adventure of the Seas, and I'm in the sports court area. So a few things around me: sports court and the mini golf. Now, I've done a walkthrough before. I've been on Liberty of the Seas multiple times. And so a little bit of this is going to be a comparison of, how the differences you're going to see, how I perceive certain things, a few things that maybe not quite so good, and it's kind of like an overview. If you're trying to get around on a ship that's a royal ship, most of them are pretty similar, maybe a few little differences here and there. And so we're going to kind of do that. This is almost the same type of walkthrough that I did with the person who's traveling with me. His name is Max, and his mom's at home. Hi, miss you. Anyway, so all right. So last time I started at the golf course, mini golf on Adventure of the Seas. It's in a different location. In fact, we're at the back of the ship, the aft. The mini golf course on Liberty of the Seas, Freedom of the Seas, Independence of the Seas, any of the Freedom class ships is going to be all the way on the other end of the ship. So yeah, it's kind of a holy crap, man, that's a big difference, right? I actually like it better here by far. It's really cool. I'm gonna flip the camera around here, I think, and let's see. I'm trying to make sure that my chat is visible in case somebody does. Looks like it is. Anyway, let's flip the camera around here. Hopefully you guys can see me and hear me good enough. I didn't bring my microphone, I forgot. So yeah, golf course right here, right next to the basketball courts. Basketball, whatever you want to call it, is whatever. And it's really kind of cool. Comes around this way, just takes up this little area on the ship. And in fact, on Liberty of the Seas, this area would have a water slide. Typhoon, maybe? Can't remember the name. It was never open while I was on the ship. All right, looks like that jumped. So not exactly. And then look here, it says, hey, finish the 7 through 9 downstairs. So number 6 drops in here, and you got this neat little to go down to the next hole. I mean, that's cool. I like that. That's well worth seeing. And a couple of water slides over this way, and the flow rider. Now, I'm gonna flip this back around here for just a second. Sorry about the finger there. Come on, flip. There we go. All right. So I'm kind of a interesting thing. I'll call it that. I had some pretty good injuries. I have problems with my shoulder. I actually broke the end of my clavicle, tore all kinds of tendons in there, and walked around for 15 years with a piece of bone broke. So, when there's things that are, that might hurt, I kind of go, do I really want to do that? But I took the plunge. I got the little white bracelet here, and I went on the flow rider. Yeah, it's really interesting. It was well worth it. If you get down here, try it. It's worth checking out. Anyway, we're gonna work our way down past all this, which is all on the same on Liberty. Again, like I said, I'm gonna draw a lot from things that I've done before and everything else. Down a flight of stairs, come over here, fight the wind a little bit because it is windy out, and now we're back over here, and we've got more golf course. It's cool. It's interesting. And then one other difference is you got a nice little sheltered area in here for if you want to take and play, ping pong, stuff like that. So that's I think is a nice touch for those people who have young young children. Adventure Ocean, stuff like that is upstairs a little bit near the water slides. And head over around this way. Might be an extension of it here too. I don't remember. I know there's a few different little things. But yeah, and that view, man, it's, I know, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who've been like, oh my God, I would never, ever, ever want to do that. It's worth it, go for it. If you get a chance to be out on the ocean or something like that, I mean, look at that. Look at that view. I mean, how often do you get a view like that? So, anyway, and down here, we've got the stuff for the games and chess, tic-tac-toe, checkers, stuff like that. The walking track is up ahead a little ways, and you'll see, probably a few people out there. I'm doing this really early just because, well, I'm hoping that I'll have a decent amount of internet speed and as few drops as possible. This is a live stream from the middle of the ocean. I mean, think about it. How much does that cost? Well, I was able to get internet for 2 devices for, I think it ended up being like $20 a day. It's not cheap. It's a satellite connection, among other things. Ooh, and this is one of the reasons why I like Royal. They're going through, they're doing work on the ship. Railings are not on here. They're getting cleaned up, refurbished, and then they're probably going to clean up the steel and do everything else. And that's one of those things that, I look at that and I was like, hey, look, they're actually working on stuff. That is a good thing, because anybody who has had or worked on vehicles or a house or anything else, hey, look, if you don't maintain it, you ain't gonna have it for that long. It will eventually break down, and then what do you do? It's a lot more expensive to fix something that's broken than to maintain something that is not broken. So anyway, we've got pools over this way. On Adventure, the kiddie area and the general pool is all combined, so that's a little bit of a difference there. It's not bad. It's just, when you're used to being on a little bit bigger ship, it's like, holy crap, man, something feels off. This bar is not supposed to be near the kiddie area. It's just, it doesn't belong there. It's like, wait, what's wrong here? Oh, I remember. It's the wrong thing. And yeah, so it's just a little different. Screen's a little bit different, but solarium's still in the same place, kind of. It's just it's divided by the bars as usual. It's just different, but it's all good. It's been enjoyable, and I really do like it. Let's see. Well, somebody walked past here, and I'm gonna slip down a little bit further. The walking track. You got people walking one direction and not the other direction and everything else, and so I don't want to mess that up. And it's all windy, and I didn't feel like walking around the other side. But anyway, I'll squeeze on down here a little bit further, and see now on Liberty of the Seas, I would have to have went up that set of stairs to go up that way and see that stuff. This one, don't have to. The only thing up there is deck chairs. And boy, is it windy today now, or at least in this section. Down here, after we see the solarium looks really nice on here. And hopefully everybody can hear me. But, yeah, really nice. Tile's been redone. Looks kind of like a Roman villa. It's nice. It's private. It's and the pool is saltwater. And that was a surprise to me. I didn't expect saltwater. Hot hot tubs are freshwater chlorine, so that's all good. But it was just a little bit different, and it was a little bit chilly the first time getting in there. And a lot of people have actually avoided it. You know, it's like, wait, you know, it's a pool. Well, yeah, they don't want to be in there. So, but anyway, let me flip this guy around here. So, right now, the mask policy is changing on the ship. This sailing is a mask still required. Any sailings after the 25th of February was supposed to be no masks required. So we're kind of in a little bit of a no man's land here. But yeah, that's the upper decks. That's you know, a lot of it's the same. That's the reason why I show a little bit to show and see, you know, how some of the things look. Windjammer is still in the same location, deck 11 aft. Spas are still deck 11, or 10 and 11, 10, 11, 12, I can't remember exactly. Those are forward, and, you know, of the main deck. And I like to show those decks because, you know, that's really where a lot of the stuff is happening. If you get up into those areas and you know, are walking around, you'll be able to see, hey, look, if I can find this area, I can find people. If I can find people, well, then I can figure out how to get around the ship. You know, they're going to point me somewhere. Also, there's touch screens on every floor by the elevators. Literally, if you just start walking down a hallway and just keep following along, eventually you're going to get to one of those touch screens. So, you know, it'll work out pretty good. All right, so I am going to take and head inside. Like I said, you know, masks are still kind of optional on this one, or, you know, required on this one, not optional. So I'm going to head in, slip my mask on, and we're going to take a ride, or, well, a walk, maybe, I don't know, probably a walk, down to deck 5, and we'll take a look over the promenade and some other stuff, and then we'll make our way down to deck 4 and, you know, sit down and, you know, see what's happening. Maybe if there's nobody else here, then I might just walk down into the deck 3 area and show a little bit of that, too. So, all right, let's go for a walk. Okay, and mask on, straight, and you know, it looks all right, I guess. And the door is gonna be slow today. Hello. Nope, blocked off. I'll go around the other side, I guess. That, or I can take it and find a set of stairs down and get through there. Might be working on something, might have something else going on. Never know. It's one of those things that happens. Let's see. Well, hey, we can walk down through the pool area. That way I know I can get off in the area I want to. And last night I saw, or no, not last night, a couple of nights ago saw music in the background, da 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 da. But saw the lifeguards performing a simulated water rescue. You know, they do stuff like that, so it's all good. You know, it's cool to see. It's cool to see that they practice and work on stuff like that. It's a good thing. So, walking through the pool deck and the towel station, lifeguard station, still in the same areas. How's it going? Alright. Oh, we got somebody hitting the hot tub. Yep, like that. I think that's where I'm going to end up here after a little bit, but anyway, switch hands. And walking down through the ship. So, I think it adds a little bit of an element into it. It's just kind of fun, you know. Aren't we all kids at heart? You know, at least that's the way I look at it. So, I am in the ship. All right. There we go. Now, who wants to see the view up there? Oh, sure, why not? So, Vitality Fitness Center Spa. And there we go. Look all the way down onto the promenade. Hey, hi down there. Okay, elevator goes down. I'll take the stairs. Whew. Really, really interesting, different. Every ship is done a little bit different, but you know, a similar feel. It helps you to get around on them. Actually, I'm really, really want to do the quantum class. There we go. So yeah, see, where do you want to go? Where you're at right now, and where do you want to get to? What do you want to do right now? How do you find your room? Where's the closest restroom? What's going on? You know, different stuff like that. Different venues, dining, the local cruise compass. You know, hey, look, what do we got going on? There we are. You know. So anyway, it's really kind of cool. It's great that they have it available. So down to deck 5. Well, eventually we'll get down there. Around a couple more decks down. We'll stop and see something here. I actually I love taking the stairs down. I'll take the elevator up every day, but taking the stairs down, man, lots of stuff to see. Ooh, cool. And if you're on a ship like this, I'm gonna stop and sit down and chit chat a little bit. Walk around, you know, look for stuff. See what's interesting. See, hey, look, I didn't know that was there. I mean, it's cool. It's like, wow, you know, that's great, you know. But it's just, sometimes it's nice to come onto the ships and walk around, look around, and see what's available, see different areas. I'm a geek. You know, I even like to go into search mode for things like transformer rooms and stuff like that, because I understand a lot of that stuff. It's interesting. So anyway, the promenade. There we go. Yep. So we've got Cafe Promenade over here on the left. On Liberty of the Seas, that would have been Sorrento's Pizza, because I'm at the fore end of the ship. It's in the wrong place. It's just, well, they have pizza there, so I guess that's the reason why that's Sorrento's on Liberties, and, well, Cafe Promenade can take the space on Adventure. You know, it's pizzas, yeah. A few different little shops on down through here, and staterooms on either side. I am currently on deck 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, okay. So, yeah, it's really kind of cool. Now, Cafe Promenade on this ship has coffee. It has the Starbucks coffee. It has Ben & Jerry's ice cream, stuff like that. So it's definitely a place that you can check out. But let's flip this back around here and do some more walking, heading down the stairs. Oh, yeah. And I've seen that on Adventure, there's a lot of the artwork that is glass that's lit up in behind. So that's cool to see. I don't know if this is stained glass. Yeah, it feels, you can feel just a little ridge there. So these are actually pieces of glass that have been made and then cut. Yeah, cut to fit the shape and glued together, or hot melted together, or something like that. I've dealt with some glass stuff like this before. I want to say that this is maybe glued down onto a substrate of some type. So yeah, that's interesting. Walking around and trying to talk at the same time when you start getting out of breath sucks. Okay, so deck 5. Yes, that's the place. There we go. And elevators, deck 5. So yeah, a few interesting little things at the cafe. Some desserts, some sandwiches, pizza when it's available. You got your old car here. Citroen Roadster. Nice. Really cool to see some of that stuff in here. Yeah, a few shops. It's early, so not many people are up. Not many people are doing things. Yep, there you go. Hot coffee, ice cream. Ooh, I wonder if I could get a nice little vanilla chai latte with a scoop of vanilla ice cream in the top. Huh? Hey, who knows? I'm sure they can do it. Oh, the pub, the cosmetics and perfume shop, stairs down into the casino, and it's probably not open right now. And then we have Izumi Sushi, Oriental stuff, I guess. I don't know. It's not someplace I really want to go to, but it's there. Souvenir shop, general store, gifts, jewelry, and then we come across the desk in the center, and we are at guest services. If you have anything that you're trying to do, you have a problem, those are the guys that are going to help and get you straightened out. So, alrighty. So, yep, and then it's not Boleros. I don't remember what that's called. But we'll take a set of stairs down here, and we have deck 4. Now, on the other end, you can take the stairs or the elevator down, or walk through the casino and you get to the theater. Or you can go down here and you have generally the art gallery set up over here on the left, and you have the photo gallery over here on the right. And right through there, through a set of doors, well, I'll step down here a little bit. There we go. Those doors right there get you to Studio B. Really easy to find. But you can't, even though the theater is on deck 3, you can't get to it from here. You actually have to go up to deck 4 and walk across there, either through the casino or outside, to get to the Lyric Theater. Studio B blocks your way. So it's kind of a weird thing. You gotta go up, down, up, down. It's, yeah, can be a pain in the butt, but it's not awful. Now, elevators, and actually the main dining rooms are 5, 4, 3, so they're right here. Like I say, you know, if you're watching this from the very beginning, you know, you can take and start getting into these major areas where there's a lot of people and ask questions if you need to get around, or use one of the touch screens if you're a little more independent. Okay, now instead of walking through the casino, I'm going to take and I'm going to come out onto deck 4 onto the outer deck. Yep, that's it. And now I can breathe. Makes catching your breath when you're doing a lot of stuff and walking around and everything a little tough sometimes. Anyway, I'm gonna switch hands here. There we go. Love that view. Love it. Can't say anything more about it. But this is my personal shortcut when I need to go from Studio B to the theaters. Okay? And a lot of people, why? Why would you take a shortcut? Well, it's a thing where, you know, you come out of the theater or you come out of Studio B and everybody's boom right there at the elevators. Okay? Well, what's happening at the other end? Not much. All right? You can take and you can go into the theater, come out, go up one deck, hook out here, zip all the way down the side of the ship, go in and have the aft elevators and be able to go right up to wherever you want to go, whether it's the pool deck or the Windjammer or one of the restaurants. I think it's, can't remember if it's Chops Grill that's upstairs next to the Windjammer or if it's Giovanni's Table. I can't remember. I know there's one up there and then there's one over here. And we're going to go past there real quick, okay? But, yeah, you know, you take and you come up out of the theater, you take and you come down this way, and, you know, you can zip in, catch an elevator, no waiting. It's, or minimal waiting, I'll say. Because everybody else, they're either taking and, you know, staying blocked up in here by the stairwell, or they're trying to walk through the casino and you know, deal with people in there and fight that maze. In the meantime, I've got a clear path. Ain't nobody out here, you know, maybe a couple of people sitting down, and that's about it. So, almost done here, guys. Yeah, but love it, love it, love it, love it. the masks on these things, so, but I scuba dive. I would rather not catch it and end up messing up my lungs, so I'll keep my mask on as much as possible. Alrighty, so the Lyric Theater, well, it's kind of here, but you can't access it from here. On Liberty, you can. I believe that they have a set of doors to come into the upper level, but not on Adventure. You would actually need to go through these doors right down here to get into the Lyric Theater. And, oh, well, it must be Giovanni's table upstairs and Chop's Grill downstairs. And there's the other side of the casino and the Schooner Bar. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, why don't you talk about where the bars are? And that's because there's a ton of them. There are more bars on a ship than there are restaurants. The restaurants are bigger. The bars are smaller. They are everywhere. Any deck that has anything other than staterooms is going to have a bar somewhere. And the backside of the casino there. And look, see, the theater, the Lyric. So, yeah, normally when I come out of the theater, I will come up a set of stairs here or to either side and just take and zip around and go back and forth through there. Makes it really easy to, get around because you can take and you can get to the outside area of the ship and just zip past. There is a conference center. It is down on deck 2. The only way you can get to it is through the forward end of the ship. So that's that. Now, some people are going to ask, hey, why don't you go through the casino? And, well, that's a multi-pronged thing. I'm not a big gambler. Never have been, never will be, unless I hit the lottery and have money to burn, at which point in time, there's a lot of other things I would much rather have. So we're going to go back out here on deck 4. And there we are. All right. Oh, what a day. Man, it's nice out though. Okay, let's see. Can I find a spot with a little bit of shade? I think so. I think that'll work out perfectly. That way I don't have to squint. So nice. So anyway, yeah, a little bit of a walk around, walk through and stuff. Hopefully it's good. Now one bad thing. And I know there's a lot of different people out there. And so the reason why I don't walk through the casino and I avoid it is because they're smoking allowed. I don't smoke. My mother did. I hated it. I mean, she would come into the room, and let's just say I hate cigarette smoke. I lived with it for a long time, and I just don't want to deal with it. How's it going? And so to go through the casino to smell that, it's just not my thing. And honestly, we have to really start thinking about this, and I hope Royal does, because there's a lot less people who smoke anymore, and it's dying, and those people are dying off. A lot of people are going to vape pens. I would much rather smell a vape pen than cigarette smoke or cigar smoke or anything like that every day of the week. I don't want to be around it, and so I'll avoid it. And that's one of the reasons why I walk out on deck 4 instead of taking and walking through the casino. And on this ship, I've actually avoided walking through the promenade sometimes, because the stairwell that's coming up from the casino, I walk past that and I smell that cigarette smoke, and it's just like, oh my God, I just don't want to be around it. And I scuba dive. My lungs are important to me on that aspect. That's the reason why I still wear masks when I go out right now, because, I don't want to risk my lungs for my hobby that I love doing, and I know I'm only going to have a limited time to do it because of my injuries. When you take and you mess your body up and you deal with pain all the time, it's tough. And so, I have to go fast and furious on this stuff because eventually I'm not going to be able to. And I know that. That's the reason why I avoided doing the flow rider until this trip. I just really, really, really don't like the thought of losing the abilities that I currently have. And I know eventually it will happen. It's a fact of life. So honestly, I know that for a little while Royal had required masks in the casino and no smoking allowed indoors at all. And I that's great to me. I honestly, I really truly hope that Royal will learn that they will gain more by banning smoking in the casinos than allowing it to be there, because you're going to take and you're going to gain a lot of other people who are going to want to go in that area. Would I go in and throw a few bucks in a machine? Yeah, maybe, but there's a lot of other people who sit there and go, oh my God. And those people who love to be in the casino, even if they smoke, they're going to be like, okay, well, there's no smoking anymore. Now, I want to ask the question, how many stores do you go into in the U.S. where there's smoking allowed anymore? Yeah, I can't think of one. The last time I was in a store that allowed smoking was right around 97, 98, and that was in Oklahoma. I had been down there. I grew up, further north, and I went down there, and it was actually Chickasha, Oklahoma. You can look it up. They had smoking indoors, and that's all went away. It's gone. That was probably one of the last areas that still had it. So, if you don't allow smoking in your restaurants, and you don't allow smoking in the staterooms, and you don't allow smoking indoors in any other part of the ship, why are you allowing it in the casino still? Are you catering to certain people? I know smokers, they have a habit, and a lot of times they pick up habits real quick. All people do. So why are we catering to that? Anyway, that's my one thing I really did not like about the ship. When I walked through the promenade and that area, and I just smelled it just rolling up there. It was like, I just that really got me. And so hopefully Royal's gonna take and make some changes there. But who knows? Until that point, I'm going to avoid the casino, and that's just how it is. I don't think they're going to lose much if they do ban smoking. I bet if they go back, look at the data, where when they had masks required and no smoking in the casino, they continued just the same as what they were, if not getting better, or at least close enough. Yeah, there's going to be a few people who are a little frustrated. Maybe they have to go out for the nicotine fit or whatever, but it's deck 4. All they got to do is step through a door on either end and take and step out. In fact, hey, they could put in a door in the casino to step right out onto the deck into the smoking area. That would be a simple solution. Then that person, they need that nicotine. They can take and step out, do their thing, come back in. Make an indoor room area in that area, take away a table or two or something like that, where they can step into that area and be inside if that's what they want to do, for a cold cruise or something like that. But, it's just, there's got to be a better solution than to continue to allow smoking in the casinos. So, and actually, the other side of the deck is where smoking is allowed on deck 4. I avoid that area. On deck 11 around the pool, there's an area up there. That's on that side of the ship that, there's smoking allowed, and I avoid that area. And I'm sure that there's a lot of other people who do. Let's change some things, guys, okay? Anyway, I know there's a couple of people in here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up. Do those good things. Even if you're watching later on, check it out. Hopefully this has been informative. I know it's a little bit long. You know, it takes me 35 minutes to go from the upper levels and walk around, walk through, get down to the lower levels, walk through. You know, it is a little bit of a way. A lot of people record videos and, you know, they splice it together and oh yeah, you see this area, you see that area. Hey, look, this is not that. I want you guys to be able to see, hey, look, it's not that hard to get around these ships. These are the areas that are main areas. If you can take and get to those areas, you can always get help. You can get to your room. You can find on the touch screens and stuff. It's not hard, okay? Anyway, take it easy. Have fun out there. Do good things, right? Okay, that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to do something good for somebody else so that they can take and do something good for someone else. And hopefully that'll spread. One last thing. You know, this stuff that's going on over in Ukraine, it's tough. There's a lot of misguided anger somewhere, and you know, I really do hope things work out. There are people. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Oh, doing good, doing good. Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Your friend at home?
He's up in the room. I got up really early to do a little quick live stream and everything, and you know, just walk around and talk a little bit. So.
Tell him you say hi.
Yeah. Say, hey, if you guys want, you can say hi.
Hi.
Hi. See you later. Thank you. And so yeah, you know, do good things. He remembers me. I was up in the restaurant the other night, and I cracked off, and I said, "Oh my God, I just thought of the funniest thing ever." I said, "I'll take and I'll get me a skeleton, and I'll pack it in a suitcase to send it on the ship through security. I wonder what they're gonna do." You know, I thought about, you know, hey, look, I could put a microphone, a little camera in there, maybe have it tucked up in a corner. Wonder if they're gonna open it up or not. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, or to hear there's a skeleton in there. Oh no, is there somebody? Get it out of there, get it out. Is there a person in there? Or are they trying to throw a body overboard? Oh, I don't know. It's just my sense of humor. I thought it would be hilarious. I would probably never, maybe I'll get a little tiny one to put on top of something. I don't know. Oh, dog skeleton. That could be fun. Anyway, so that's it. I'm out of here. Take it easy. Do good things, right? Okay. Pass it on. You know, do what you can to make things better. You know, I hope that, you know, the situation in Ukraine gets settled. You know, people are people. There's always differences and stuff. There's better ways of doing things. So, you know, hopefully that gets better. All right, so anyway, I'm out of here. This is way longer than I expected. It took longer to get around a couple of areas. And so, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Do good things, right? All right.